All right, let's create your first VBA macro. Now, this is geared towards commercial real estate professionals, although really this exercise works no matter who you are. And in the era of AI, and given how simple VBA really is, you can effectively do all that you need or could possibly want to do in Excel with VBA using some large language model. Now, in my case, here I'm sitting with an Excel workbook open. I have 3 worksheets: summary, a DCF, my property level cash flows, and waterfall, my partnership level cash flows. And I'm going to create a macro in this workbook. I'll save the workbook as a macro enabled workbook. And that macro will do something that either improves the user experience of this template or makes something possible that without the macro isn't possible. So an example of something that would require a macro is I don't want to have circular references in, say, a development model, and therefore, and there are several values in a development model that have a circular logic. A development fee often will, but almost always the construction interest will be iterative. And so those are 2 that you either can turn on Excel's iterative calc module or feature, which I do not recommend for a variety of reasons, or you can create a macro that will iterate and calculate that interest for you. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one that's more around user experience. So I have this waterfall, the partnership cash flow, and perhaps there are scenarios where I only want to see property level cash flow. And so on the summary tab or on the DCF tab, I could have a button. Actually, let's do it on the DCF tab, a button that I click that would turn the waterfall, the partnership cash flow module off. All right, so that is my macro. Now, how do I create my first VBA macro in Excel? Well, I need to have access to the VBA environment. And that starts with ensuring that you have this developer ribbon available. And if you do not see developer along the top here, you just go ahead, hover over any of these, right-click, choose customize ribbon, and then scroll down off to this right, and you'll see this unchecked. Just go ahead and check it, hit OK, and that will show now this developer ribbon. Now, the developer ribbon has a variety of buttons, which I won't get into, but the one that you care about is this on the far left, Visual Basic. This opens up the VBA editor and allows you to insert what's called a module. The module is where your VBA code lives. Now, where to insert the module? Well, you're going to see here your VBA project section, and you almost certainly are only going to have VBA project and then the name of your workbook. I named this workbook first macro.xlsx. Yours may be a brand new workbook. It'll be named whatever it is. Maybe you're using an existing model and you want to add a macro to it. Underneath that is where we're going to add a module. Now in mine, I also have this second piece. This is actually my Excel for CRE add-in. That's why in my top bar, I have this for CRE. That's that ribbon. And so from this VBA editor, you can actually see we leave this open source, so you can edit our add-in, or at least see the code, share the code with AI and understand what it does. But I'm going to close that for now. You're going to see this, and what you want to do is you want to add a module. So I'll right-click, come down to Insert, choose Module, and now that adds a module. First, a folder where all of my modules are contained, and then a variety of modules. And think of a module as a way to organize your code. You can have just one module and with all of your VBA code that you might craft, or you might have individual modules depending on the nature of that code. So if you come and see, say, our add-in, the modules folder, we've got a variety of these modules, each one having a different type of code. And that's an organization piece more than anything. So I have my one module. Now I want to name this, and I'm going to name this navigation, like so. And now that module is named navigation. And in here, in this module is where all navigation code will live. Now, the next thing is I need to put code in here And to do that, I need to write the code. And in this day and age, we just use AI to do that. So I come to the Home tab, and you could do ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, an open source model. I'm just going to use Copilot because it's inside my Excel environment, and I'll choose Chat. And this gives me access to Microsoft's Copilot, which is a large language model powered by a large language model that is sufficient for our needs here. And I'll just go ahead, and the message is, please draft VBA code for a macro in this workbook that will do the following. And then I just need to describe what I want it to do. So in this case, what I want is first the waterfall worksheet is hidden or unhidden. All right. So hide when unhidden or unhide when hidden. That's the first thing it does. The second thing it does is on the summary tab, worksheet, doesn't really matter, turn the font for cells. We want to turn the font for cells E22 through, what is that, G23? And A23 through B26, 26 white, and set the background for those cells to have no color. So it's going to turn these things, I'm going to hide them by just turning the font white and then removing that background color. So those two things, when this macro runs, it's going to hide this worksheet, and it's going to set those items which relate to the waterfalls, it's going to set them to a, disappear in white. I'll click that. Now with this simple prompt, please draft VBA code, it's going to do that. Here's the VBA code you can place in a standard module. We already created our module. And it does these things. So all I do is I'm just going to copy this code. This is called a subroutine. It starts with sub and end sub. I'll copy that. And then we'll come back to our VBA editor and we'll paste that in. So this is our macro. It's a subroutine that when this runs, it will perform these actions. Now, I could ask it to do more with the code, but that's going to be sufficient. And once I have that, now I need to run it. Now, how do you run a macro? Well, the first option is I can just come here to developer, click macros, pick my macro and click run. Notice how the waterfall is hidden. And, oh, I missed a cell. Looks like it needs to go from A through 24, A23 through B26, we need to go to C, okay. And then the other thing is, we need to modify the code as follows. Because what's going to happen when we run it again, we click macros, we run it again, it's going to unhide that waterfall, but it doesn't turn these back. So what we need to do is we need to let's see, when the waterfall worksheet is hidden and the code runs, the waterfall worksheet unhides, right? But we also need the text in the cells mentioned to return to black. And the background for, let's see, this would be A23 through C23 to go to gray. And then we need the type of gray. So I just select this. Let's see what gray background that is. Come to background, more colors. And that is 242, 242, 242. So I just say 242, 242, 242. And it should give me a revised code. Okay, here it is. And let's just select all of that. Go back to our VBA editor, remove that, copy in the new one. Notice now there's this logic, is waterfall visible? It's going to run something if it's visible. The other thing we need to edit here is if it's visible, it's going to hide it, right? And we need range. It's not from A23 to B26. It's actually the C26, like that. Okay, so, and this also C26. Hide that for now. Okay, and then we run this. Developer macro run. Okay, that's now hidden. Okay, that looks good. And this is now just property level. And then we want to turn that thing back on, hit run. Waterfall is shown, and now these are visible again. Okay, so we've created our first macro, but you're going, oh, Spencer, I don't want to go to the developer tab every single time. What we need to do is create a button that will enable or disable our partnership or waterfall module. So the easiest way to do that is just create a shape like this. And let's have our shape right here. And let's put text in it. So I'll just start typing. Enable, disable, waterfall. Let's call it partnership cash flow module. Call it that. And let's go ahead, come to shape, actually, our text, center our text, like so. And then let's work on this shape. Let's have it be, I don't know, black, like that. Okay. So I've got my shape, but right now the shape doesn't do anything. What I do is I come over, I hover over the shape, I right click, I select assign macro. I just choose that macro that we picked. And now this becomes a button. Click, waterfall gone, no more, click, waterfall visible, and there it is. So you've created your first macro, give that a try. Now, the last step is you save this workbook and you save it as a macro-enabled workbook. What that allows is the next time you open the workbook, this macro, this VBA code will be available. So let me know if you have any questions about this. Otherwise, congratulations.